I was trying to get dressed up, and you said come cancel.
Okay, you are. But now, since we got the camera, I don't know. I need to reconsider.
Yo, baby, yo. So what does J5 consist of?
Okay.
Besides y'all show me y'all shoulders.
My friend said
You said when they
he
came
wanted
back.
to log in, but he couldn't do it.
That's too bad.
Well, it should be okay.
Hey, it's not working.
You know they came back on campus, right?
What year?
This year.
Oh, really?
Realistic.
Oh,
What school you went to? Or go to? You still got there?
No,
You can use
really? I
you
graduated in May
can
too.
go live on your phone if you want to.
Really? I graduated in May.
Kimberly, if you want to go live on your phone, you can.
And I went.
But just turn your volume down so we can get the feedback.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And tell them this.
About the single life. You like being
Oh yeah, because you're a veteran of being single. So we need you to talk about this.
Oh, we're living on top of the world.
Don't say that. I'm a veteran. I am not a veteran.
It's okay. The single life is okay. You can be single.
Well, I am. But I know I can't keep him. He left. The husband left.
Wait, that's not funny. He left. Why he leave?
I guess he didn't really want to be married, I guess.
So yeah, we want you to tell your story.
Oh yeah, tell your story. Got you, girl. You done got me intrigued already.
He just left. He just left. Just wasn't saying.
Wait, I got you serious.
Don't put the
Wait.
camera on.
We're going to get ready to go live here.
Don't put the
3 minutes.
Can you push? Don't put me on camera.
You hold it. I can't push this chair.
What am I doing?
You gonna have to slide the chair up. Hey, now you move. There you go.
You got it.
You know,
I
I'm
always
short.
do this.
Look at that. Oh, y'all taking pictures and everything?
Yeah, you can go live if you want to.
Oh, look at my hair.
Friday, 8 to 9.
Okay.
Oh, you were serious. You really about to be on the show today.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Yes.
She said it's live when it's red.
Yes.
She said red is live.
Let me see how it looks. Thank you.
It's okay.
I just came back from New York. Okay.
From New York.
Mm-hmm.
What she was doing up there?
And Connecticut. Just hanging out.
What's up? You guys are tuned into the all new Blessed Beast Radio, and you're tuned into the Not So Christian Me Show. I'm your host, Southern Girl Denise, and today's show is brought to you by H Texas Indie Fest. Yes, we have an Indie Fest coming to Houston on tomorrow. All Houston local artists are going to be performing on two stages in Houston. For more information, be sure to go to our Instagram page at the Not So Christian and Me Show to get all the information there. If you want to sign up, you also can reach out to us and we can link you to the people to sign you guys up. The Not So Christian and Me Show will be there tomorrow from 7 to maybe 2 a.m. We don't know. We're going to stay out there late, but we should get there around 7:30ish, so check us out. All right, today's topic is living a single life in 2019. What's going on, Opie?
Hey.
In the house.
How you guys living? The single. How y'all feel about
In the 2000 kind of world, I'm glad I got my girls.
You're so
What's going on? How was your week?
My week was really good, actually. It was actually kind of hectic, as you can see when I walked in here. But other than that,
Oh, yeah, like a tornado, like I always coming through here. But you a good breeze.
other than that,
A good tornado.
Of
With a
course.
smile.
yes. Other than that, it was a great week. Can't complain.
Okay, we also have two other guests that's joining us. We have Miss Deborah.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Miss Deborah
Hi,
Jones.
how are you?
She just dropping in to say hi.
Hi.
No, she gonna stay with us the whole time, right, Miss Deborah? You gonna stay with us?
I am.
Cause
Okay.
she has a history of being single, so she's a veteran. So we're gonna get some good insight today on that. And we also have an intern joining us, Miss Kimberly.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss Kimberly.
I am single and I'll be 19.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Single, ready to mingle, or? We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
We have an owner over there. I don't know if he's gonna say anything, but
Oh,
he's not
What's
single.
happening?
So we got
I'm single. I ain't single.
Not married, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll have a topic on that too
I got some good
soon.
stuff to say about that.
All right, let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's keep
spark
let's
the
keep-
conversation.
Well, before we get started, you know, as always, we have to talk about our blessings of the week.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start with who wants to go first with their blessings of the week. Well, I'm gonna go first since y'all looking like a deer in headlights. So my blessing is just to be alive in 2019 to see
Most
2019.
definitely.
So that's a really good blessing.
I guess I would say my blessing of the week. Really? I guess it would be the same thing because nothing has really happened yet. So, no, I won't say that. I will definitely say that we are having our first. Is it our first show? Our first show of 2018. That's a blessing
Yes,
of
it
the
is.
week.
That's a blessing.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
amazing. So I guess that's my blessing of the week. What about you?
Come on, Miss Cameron, you got
What's your
blessing?
blessing?
My blessing,
You gotta be
my blessing of the week is being on the show. It's your first show, so I'm glad to be here.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Cool,
you.
cool beans. That was nice. What about you, Miss Deborah?
My blessing is being here also.
Oh.
Since I thought I was gonna be a guest.
You are a
I
guest
am
for
a
today.
guest, but I'm a guest on the show, and that's wonderful. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm blessed to be alive. I just came back from out of the state, and the flight was great. 'Cause you know,
Okay.
Oh, so you got a couple blessings.
you have to pray when you get in the plane now.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. What about you? If you gonna chime in?
I had a whole lot of blessings in
A whole lot of
yeah.
blessings.
I could start with y'all are here.
Okay.
Aww.
All my shows came back for the new year. That's
Oh.
new.
It's a wonderful blessing. for
I
you.
got blessed to announce the U of H against Memphis game on Sunday. Next week we're going to LA for the
We definitely are
We're
going to
for the
LA.
iHeart Podcast
Podcast.
Awards.
Most
I'm
definitely.
hosting TMZ Live that Friday for national.
Oh,
I'll be there
Good,
for that.
good.
You know how we
Yeah,
say
it's
one
been a
blessing?
good week.
One
Good week.
blessing.
You know how we say one
One
blessing of the
blessing.
week, but he just gave us a
Oh,
whole.
you said one. You
but-
said we give me
no,
one.
no,
Oh, okay, I'm
I
sorry.
mean, it's
You
All right,
were
look.
so good.
I don't
It
know how
was-
many people are listening to your show on blessbees.com, but I just put the live stream camera up so you can actually see everything going on in the studio and actually watch the show live while you're listening. Well, you can listen or you can watch the show live by going to blessbees.com. So
Yes,
that's
yeah.
brand new. Y'all the first show that's doing that, so that's brand new.
Oh, we the first show that's
All
doing
right.
it. Yes,
Yes,
we're
yes.
the first show.
I know, we love being the first.
All
All right,
right.
power. Let me stop.
So
Okay, so
being-
let's,
So being single, you single?
yes.
Okay, so how do you feel about being single? in
Well, before we get
2019?
started, well, before I get started talking about that, the one question we always get as single ladies, I'm sure you guys get this all the time. Why are you single? Like, you're educated, you're smart, so what you're saying, like, ugly people are married? Like, like what's going on? But no, that is a question that I get all the time, and for me personally, it's a personal choice.
Okay.
You know, I just prefer to be single.
You choose to be
I
single.
chose to be
You
single.
chose to be
Yeah, I chose
single.
to be single. What's wrong with choosing to be single? Are you ladies choosing to be single? Or is it another reason? Because everybody had their own reason why they're single.
I say always because like for me, I say like I'm waiting on the right person because sometimes God sends you the right person. You never know. You just have to wait and see. So I would feel like I'm choosing to be single right now.
Okay, well, wait on, girl. Wait on.
You choosing to be single, so that means like they trying to get at you and you shutting everybody down. That's when y'all say choose.
Well, some of the people that try to talk to us, they know how they like together. So I mean, they need.
Right, so Mr. Right show up. Mr. Right for you show up. You gonna say, oh, I'm choosing not to be single for this one.
I mean, I would talk to them, but not like in a relationship.
Alright,
Okay. What about you, Miss Deborah? You choose to be single or
I'm just single.
oh, you just single? Okay.
It's, it just happened. I would love to be in a relationship,
Oh, okay.
but it's just, it is what it is. I don't have to explain anything.
They ain't in your DMs, Miss Deborah?
I'm not explaining.
Oh, you're not explaining. Oh, okay. I see that.
No pictures, Miss Deborah.
Right out.
Come on, Miss Deborah.
What time?
No pictures be coming through your DMs.
Well, you know, a little something, something.
She said she used the fit.
Wait, a little something.
A little something, something.
We don't need to be little something. All
All
right,
right.
let's keep it going.
Single.
Yes, Miss Opie.
I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that. I feel like when people say they choose to be single, it's because they have no choice but to be single.
Wow.
That's just my opinion. I wouldn't say that I choose to be single. It just so happens that, you know, the right, like she said, the right person is not there yet. So of course, just waiting, just holding. What's
Go
your
ahead.
Okay, this is 2019.
Okay.
Are y'all saying y'all choose to be single like I ain't got nobody, or I choose to be single like I'm not married? Because now people say I'm single or married,
Exactly.
but single could mean I'm dating, I got somebody, like what does that mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
So when you say
I
are
like
you
how you did
single,
that.
you ain't got nobody.
I have no.
I'm
idea.
divorced.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm a widow. So it's a
Okay.
different.
Okay.
Opie, are
Full
you
perspective.
ain't got nobody. I know you put it on Facebook, he better be watching. So you not single.
Right.
I'm dating. How about that?
There you go. So you not single.
Okay, okay, yeah. But at the same time, when you think about it, like I'm still single. Nobody has asked me to be their girlfriend yet, so I'm single. And it's not that because I choose to be single. It's just because not stepping up to the plate.
Okay. And,
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Take it.
you're dating, but you not his girl. You his girlfriend. He just ain't called
He
you.
just not saying it.
You. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, I'm
Me and you go out after this.
all right.
He about to go off.
Most
That's your
definitely.
man. That's your man.
That's your man. Your undercover man.
That's your man.
I just it's my man. Well, I need to be a girlfriend first before it can be my man, right?
If he gonna get mad if we go out after this,
Yes.
Most
then that's your man. Then that's your man. I'm done.
Okay, say no
I'm
more.
back.
Back
I'm
to you, Miss Denise.
So y'all, I'm
Because
speaking
they
now.
already got caught in my words.
You know, got caught up over there. See, when you bring him to the table, he will get
I'm
you
just
caught
saying.
up.
No, but definitely get real. So let's go to the next topic.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're still gonna talk about the topic, but I still think it's a process too to get into that stage of wanting to be single.
Okay.
And I think a lot of times, you know, females go through bad relationships after bad relationships to the point like, you know what, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. And that's how I am. I'm like, I'm good. And then once you get to the point where you content with it and you can accept it and you embrace it, it took me a while. Miss Deborah knows my struggle.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely knows what I've been through because I've been in relationships after relationships. So when I got to the point that I'm like, man, this single life is pretty good because I've been in a relationship for so long, back after back, and I never had a break. So when I got to that point of being single, it was like, okay, I can accept this now. It's okay. It's not as bad like I thought it was gonna be.
Okay,
So
so
it's all about getting that strength, that one part of the one part of it that you can like get through it. You see what I'm saying? Like a strength in it.
most
And when
definitely.
you know any strength that you have when you're going through stressful situations, you gravitate on that strength, and that strength will pull you through it.
Okay.
That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I understand that. So you basically just said that because of the simple fact that you've been in relationships and they just haven't worked out, you're just content with being single.
Right.
So what if somebody comes along and they end up being the right person? Do you feel like because of the fact that everybody who has done you wrong, do you feel like you're gonna put a guard up to the point where you can't even accept what's trying to come your way?
I'm always guarded anyway because of the hurt from other
So-
relationships. So I'm guarded anyway, but I don't even put myself in that predicament.
So-
I try not to put myself in that situation.
So if a nice young man want to take you out to eat and he really trying to show you
I like to eat, 'cause I like to eat. You know how they always say to men, be saying the key to their stomach, the key to their heart is do their stomach. You know
Most
what I'm saying?
definitely.
For me, it's my stomach. So.
Most definitely, but again, like okay, he's taking you out to eat. Of course, you love to eat, but he want to actually treat you the way that you're supposed to be treated. You gonna let your past hurt block that situation?
It just depends. For right now, it's gonna be blocked.
How y'all feel about that?
I mean, a female knows. Well, I would say most females know when it's the right person.
I
Okay,
just try to be open.
you try to be open.
That's true. You do try to be open.
I try to be open, and if it don't work, well, you know what?
Mm-hmm. You just
How long it take you to find out it's gonna work or not?
It's gonna take some time.
Really?
so what's the time? So
Maybe.
I mean, cause I figure ask me, man, you know it ain't gonna work. You
Most
just want it to work.
Exactly.
Like y'all know, I know
Yeah, we
she
get
ain't
red
working
flags
out
all
the
the time.
gate. I already know.
We get red flags all the time.
True, but I feel like females. I feel like women naturally just. Some people might just want to be in a relationship so bad that they disregard all the signs that come their way. So yes, he can look beautiful, but all the red flags could be there. But just because of the fact of wanting somebody to
love them.
to have them or to be able to say they have this person who is their boyfriend or their companion, they just look over all that stuff and stick with the
And don't think
nonsense.
it get better when you get older, cause some of them old guys,
Really, because I
they
always
try to
heard
play that little game too.
really.
They still playing games.
Yeah, they try.
You think, yeah, you would think that the
No.
older they get wiser and
No.
maybe smart.
They want a younger one, then, if they
Oh.
want, oh, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? You're actually telling the truth. You guys, listen. At work, y'all know I work at Sam's. At work, I went up to this guy and I was trying to tell him about the energy services that Sam's Club provided. And so, of course, being me, I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Excited, big smile on my face. And he was like, "Hold on, wait a minute, you getting too close." And I was like, "Oh no, I was just saying hello." He was like, "No, I'm a little bit on edge because he didn't say it was his girl. I guess they broke up. But he said, what did he say? He was like, because I just been hurt by a lot of women. I'm a little hurt. You catching me off on edge right now. And I was like, well, hold on, what happened to you? Or whatever, right? Like, wait a minute. I mean, this old lady, he said, I didn't went to Golden Corral, and I couldn't even eat my food. I left it in the car because I was just so bothered. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what happened? So when you say that, like, I'm young, I'm guessing this man is about 67, I'm guessing. And he was saying that he was dating this lady. And I guess she was like 30 something. He said she was a little young. Yeah, that's young for real. And I guess because of the fact of him,
Granddaughter.
no, seriously. I guess he said his main thing was like he doesn't like to see African American women struggling. And so I guess he met this lady and he took care of her. He let her stay in his house and all sorts of things like that. And he said she burnt him real bad. And to the point where he called messages. He said he didn't mean to look at the messages, but it just popped up like abracadabra.
Wow.
And he said he saw messages and he couldn't understand. He said, he got to the point where he was saying that men don't cheat, but women cheat more. How y'all felt about that?
Yes, they do.
Wait a minute.
Women do.
Oh, that's a whole nother topic.
Wait a
there.
minute.
That's a whole nother
Women
topic
cheat.
right
Women-
there. Oh yeah, but we just
What are we, Denise?
we're better at it.
You're better at it. How
I
you
think
feel about that?
guys, yeah,
They ain't never
guys
been
get
out.
caught up faster than females.
I feel like guys can't think with their heads. Their
So
actual heads.
females always thinking ahead. Like what if? Let me think ahead and make sure this don't happen. What if?
Okay, so when it gets into cheating, would you say that that's why a lot of people aren't together or are single because of cheaters? They feel like everybody cheats.
Yeah, that's true. I think everybody do.
I think we in an era of it's okay.
To cheat?
Yeah, I mean,
No, this has never been okay. What kind of
Yeah,
era?
I get that part too.
No.
we are in the.
I-
Let me stop. Let me. Y'all, I mean, just go ahead. Y'all play your stuff.
No, go ahead. No,
Keep
go
going.
ahead.
You might as well open it up. You didn't
You might
think
as
about
well.
that up. You just sound to listen.
We are in the era.
Oh.
Yeah, but no.
Oh.
Listen. We are in the era.
Okay.
Nah.
No, you cannot do it. You gotta
We
talk.
in the
bring it to the
era.
water, you know.
We in the era of the side piece is a good thing.
Oh, because of the song?
My side piece. You know that song? The side piece.
I'm a Christian and they marry me. I don't know. No. But that's the era that we're in.
Why?
What makes you say that?
Look at shows like Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Look at shows like what's the other ratchet TV show?
Or like I always say like Chloe and Tristan, how like he constantly cheats on her and she still with him.
We're in the era of.
Okay. Okay.
When the era is just.
But that doesn't make it okay just because we're in the
I
era.
didn't say it was okay.
Okay, so what were you implying by saying you were in the era?
Hey,
Finish what you were saying.
I said we got a lot of listeners listening to the show. If y'all never seen the show, and I'm putting it on the Blessed Beats Facebook page right now. You can watch the show right now live at blessedbeats.com. Watch the show live at blessedbeats.com. Alright, y'all.
No.
And if you guys want to be a guest on the Not So Christian to Me show, be sure to go to
Come
our
be a
Instagram
guest. Come
page,
pick our
the
brains.
Not So Christian to Me The Not So Christian and Me Show. Also, if you want to be a sponsor, be sure to reach out to us on Instagram at the Not So Christian and Me Show. For those of you who are just tuning in, we're now live. You guys can see us now. Just go to the Blessed Beats website and you can see us. And then also, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about being single in 2019. If you're single and you're listening and you want to chime in on the conversation, be sure to reach out to us, send us a message. Our social media personnel will check the message. We got you. We'll answer the question for you.
Most definitely. Okay, so are we getting back
So
to
yeah, I wanted to go
what
back
you
to the
wanna
part. Go ahead, Ms.
I
Allen.
want to say that I may have potential someone.
We always get some information on
Did
the
you
Not
take
So
some
Christian Me
of
Show.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Miss Deborah said she had to make y'all know that she's not single for you.
Don't let her know.
Don't let her.
Tell them to text her right now.
Through someone else, I'm gonna meet this individual.
Okay.
Oh, is it a Bible name?
No,
she
it's
dates
not a
guys
Bible.
from the Bible name. Everybody she dates.
So they can be holy, them your Jesus right there.
Yeah, she do get a lot of guys that's from the Bible.
So why you told us that you was,
John,
I'm
Luke,
gonna-
Matthew,
I'm
Mark.
going-
She
to
haven't met him
meet.
yet. It's not official yet.
I'm gonna-
okay, so we're not even gonna
We
talk
don't know
about
how
it.
he
We don't
look.
wanna put it on. You right?
You may look like Rodney King. You know my
Just
video?
put it there, you know,
You just wanna put it in the open a little
yes,
bit.
yes,
And
so,
let the universe work its way
yes,
around.
let the universe work and, you know,
Okay.
single, we're both single and both educated
And
and
ready to
retired and.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh.
And he lives close to me, I checked it out already,
You checked everything.
yes.
All right, Miss Deborah.
So, through another friend,
Oh, okay, so you got your friend, the matchmaker.
Yeah.
Matchmaker?
Yes.
Okay, well, you be.
I'm gonna take him out if
You gonna take him out, wait a minute.
No, the matchmaker.
Oh, okay, you gonna take your
If you're
matchmaker.
listening, matchmaker, I'm
Did
taking
you tell
you
him
out.
this?
We're gonna keep this conversation going, but we're gonna take a quick break. And up next, we have Kalante Gavin
Love
with,
this song.
with No Ordinary Worship on the all new Blessed Beats Radio.
Dang, I shouldn't really said that. The reason I'm single is because nobody wants me.
It's okay, you got time
Oh,
to
don't
fix
say
it.
that.
And
Don't say that.
No, I feel like it's like
I know.
well, save all that.
Okay,
Yeah, save it for the
oh my
conversation.
God.
You might forget it. Okay, so I guess what we can do next is single or being focused.
Well, I already had a question.
Yeah, I know, I see it. I
You
keep
can add on
stopping
to
it.
it.
That's what I was
Well, I was
gonna
gonna go back to what you were saying about.
I was ready, waiting for you.
I was getting ready to go back to what you was talking about the old man. So, what we talking about?
Okay, we
How
got
you know
it.
the song playing? You listen?
Well, we usually have it on, but since we got
Yeah,
guests,
and we normally listen to it when
We
it's
normally-
played or we do.
as long as it's not doing this. You know what I'm
I found out
talking
what it was.
about? Who was it? That's why you wanted to know.
Nah,
No, we normally do listen to it, but we start talking. Sorry.
or if I was just somebody have it on their phone. That way you ain't gotta turn it up either way.
Okay.
I mean, they still watching it on BlessBeats.com.
How many viewers do you have?
It was 15, yeah, it's, the Blessed Beats 5, Blessed Beats Weed is 5. No, I'm sorry, 8 better 5.
Wait. 875? Okay, and then what? You can put.
Yeah, it's Connect 4. Password is Connect 4.
Y'all set me up today, y'all set me up.
Oh, so you didn't know what the topic was going to be? Oh, yeah. So yeah, we'll go back to what you was talking about, and then we'll
And then, okay, cool.
It was 47 on YouTube.
47?
On YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
On BlessBeats.com. But on air, you're looking at 13 right now.
Okay, cool.
It got up
It
to.
wasn't 16. I saw
It was-
16 and 17.
I'm listening to it.
So we was talking- we was
You see
getting-
your playing a prayer is none of my business, the new song?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, just go to just so we can get more.
Oh, BlessBeats.com, go to, yeah, just type in, yeah, beats, and beats with a Z, that one. So, let's just show that on right now. If you wanted to listen to it, but then if you wanted to watch it, I'm out right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
On the
It was,
volume.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, we was,
Hey, this song about to end.
yeah, okay. I can't even get to
This
this.
right here, what you would have
Oh, the type of single people, but we already kind of talked about it, or he talked about it. So I'll go into the Bible, but no, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I like those.
Yeah, but talk about,
You was about to go back into
to what that man, tell him, that's gonna be a whole nother,
That's a conversation right there.
it's gonna be a whole conversation that I wanna talk to y'all about.
How y'all like the conversation so far?
It's pretty
Oh,
good.
it's good. Okay, good. Yes, just make sure y'all talk inside the mic.
Oh, you think this mic, it look like it was.
It is. I don't know what's on it.
Turn it on top, turn that on top of the little mountain.
How do you know it's getting ready to end? Let me see.
I just did it.
Oh, yeah,
It was only, it's a 5-minute song.
that's right, that's right.
It looks like it.
All right, get ready to go, we'll see fix that. Welcome back to the all-new Blessed Beats Radio. You guys are tuned into the Not So Christian to Me show. I'm your host, Southern Girl Denise, and for those of you who are just tuning in, we're talking about being single in 2019. This is a really good topic. I'm like getting sweaty over this on the topic here.
No, seriously.
So I want to go back to the conversation that Opie was talking about, the elderly man that she met at Sam's, right?
Mhm.
That was really heartbroken over the lady that really hurt him. And I wanted to tap into that because I feel like a lot of times women feel like men don't really get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And they do. You know, a lot of times we're like, oh, he's strong, he'll get through it. And we don't never like really consider their feelings and
But
how
that's
they
the
feel.
persona that men give at the same time. Like,
They put on the persona
they
that
be
they're
trying
so
to act
strong.
like they just so hard and that nothing bother them. So then it be like then, or you have those type of men who try to act like nothing bothers them, or you know they don't care about nothing. So of course they feel like you know when you do something it don't mean nothing, or they feel like they don't have to show any emotion. When sometimes it's good to show emotion and affection, but because you don't want to do that, okay, well, whose fault is that?
Yeah, that's true too. But that's being a man.
We
You
got a
know, they
man
don't
right
show-
here. That's how
They
you
don't show their feelings as much.
You show your feelings.
Yeah, I do actually.
You do.
Yeah, I'm a person who actually wears my feelings on my sleeve.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well,
Or how? Let me rephrase my question. How does that work? Or how did that work? You're married now, so obviously it works great. But
do tell. Go ahead. No,
you're married now, so obviously it works great. But before you got married and dealing with different girls, I'm not trying to say you just dealt with a
Just
lot
ask
of
the
them,
question.
but
You see the K style.
oh yeah, because you is, and that's why I know them shoulders was busy. But I was saying, yeah, being a person that dealt with some girls, like how did wearing your shoulders and your feelings on your shoulders in a relationship, how did that work for you?
I think women like somebody who keep it real, right?
Most definitely.
Right now, if I'm not in my feelings in the sense of the word, right?
Mhm.
If I'm upset, I'm gonna communicate anyway. So
Okay.
if I'm upset about something, I say that.
Okay.
Yeah, like I guess. I guess.
Okay.
You
women
should be. In radio, you should be.
I think they like that. The fact that I'll say.
Most definitely, I feel like a lot of men feel like you said it, communication.
Yeah, I say how I
Communication is
feel.
key.
Right.
And you have a lot of men who don't feel like or in their head they feel like communicating, like they communicating, but in real life, no, you're not. You're not saying. So how am I supposed to know how exactly you feel or why you feel this way about this certain thing? Well, you got something to say, Ms. Devin? I'm listening.
But she got that
Talk-
one finger
go
up
ahead.
and she in church.
She put the one finger.
She got that one finger up.
Excuse me,
I
please.
think-
The men, I like a sensitive man, okay?
Okay.
I really
Alright,
do.
alright. That's good to hear that from somebody else.
And
Most
I
definitely.
definitely-
You
and I
never hear people say
nurture-
that.
My sons, I have 2 sons, and they're both sensitive. My oldest one is more sensitive than the younger one.
Mm-hmm.
But I nurtured them as a single parent at the time when I got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
I had to show them what a woman wants from a man. So I did that with my sons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the man, so I couldn't play that role. I'm a mother. So I was a mother
Mm-hmm.
and I nurtured. So you have to nurture these men.
Most definitely.
And if you don't, back in the day, a lot of older men now, 60s, the dad's like, hey, you gotta be strong. You
Mhm.
gotta be macho. So that's where all of that come in for is not wanting to show their emotions.
Well, that's just men, period. I feel like society has made it to where, men feel like it's a crime or it's embarrassing to show your feelings. I feel like, they feel like if you show weakness, then, you're just a soft man, and nobody likes that. But that's not true. I feel like you could be sensitive, but at the same time, okay, then I guess I just contradicted myself in a way, because you could be a sensitive person, but you don't have to be overly sensitive.
Right.
You said your older son is.
Give me an example of overly sensitive.
Okay, an example of overly sensitive, just like in your in your feelings about things that you really shouldn't be in your feelings about. Like as far as like in a relationship, if you feel some type of way, let somebody know. Don't sit there and act off that emotion because you mad, but I don't know why you mad, so now you're in your feelings. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like no, but as far as being sensitive, you can let me know exactly how you're feeling, and then from there we can go and talk about it.
So, your boyfriend, the guy you that you
Wait a minute, wait, whoa.
so he come home and say, babe, I mean homegirl or whatever you call it.
Whatever.
Home, right?
Yeah.
Friend girl. Man, they owe me today at work. I had a long day. I don't feel good. Wham. Is he sensitive?
Not at all, because at this point, like you telling me about your day, I'm here to listen to you, right?
Okay.
If you got a problem about work, okay, let me be that one to tell you, like, it's okay.
Babe, homegirl, homie. I need some air in my tire. I've been riding low all week. Wham.
You should know how to do that.
Okay.
You a man.
Okay.
So there's some things that a man should know how to do. There's some things that men should not get down about. Because at the end of the day, you're a man. There's things that men does.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
You got
And don't cry,
Take
no,
out the
please.
Yeah.
Really?
I'll take out the trash. My son
Take
gets
out
upset.
the trash.
My son
Okay.
gets upset to take
Cut
out
the
the trash.
grass,
I'm
right?
serious.
Okay.
Change the
Keep
oil,
going,
right?
Uh-huh.
So as soon as I say, you need to know, get in the
Okay.
kitchen, get in the kitchen, fold these clothes, all that stuff, you need to know how to do that.
Okay.
Or now am I being chauvinistic when I say
Not
that?
at all. Okay.
Go make these groceries.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Okay,
now,
wait a minute.
I'm gonna cut the grass while you go make these groceries.
Why did I cut the grass when I was coming up? How about that?
Well, that's what I'm
Okay,
going off
so
the
that's-
system.
okay, so let me tell you.
Garden helps my dad. Like it's a 50.
Okay, so wait. Okay, let me see this. It's
You
not
didn't
even
tell me you
about.
used to cut the grass.
Yes.
You did. You cut the grass.
Yes, yes.
I understand. Okay, now with that being said, I do believe a woman should know how to do those things that a man can do as well, because a man not gonna always be there. And a lot of us women like to say we independent and stuff like that. Oh, we independent until our tire pops. we independent until our tire goes flat. We independent until something happens, a combustion in our car happens. I do feel like women should be able to handle themselves as well, because we don't need a man for anything. Point blank period.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that.
So every man should know how to work on a car.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
True. That's true.
Most
I believe that
definitely.
too.
Yeah.
Wait,
Because if
but
something
see, I don't
happens.
get that. Hold on, how come every man should know how to work on a car? Like, that's not a gift from God.
Okay,
And
wait,
then, like, what, like,
I feel like every man should be taught
Yeah.
those things.
You don't think so,
No,
Miss
I
Sarah?
don't think so.
My dad didn't.
He didn't know.
I'm not good at working on cars. I know
That's
I can do the basics.
That's what I'm saying. The basics, as far as like, you're not a
We're not talking
mechanic.
about
You ain't a mechanic, so you should
changing
know how
the
to do
starter
that.
and all this kind of stuff. We
My
just said you
dad,
should know
my
what a
son,
starter is. You know?
My former husband, my former friend,
Uh-huh.
none of them knew anything
But-
about working
but
on
they
cars.
should.
It don't make them less of a man at all.
It
No,
doesn't.
because-
Working on a car and y'all head is changing the tire, putting gas in it, right?
Most definitely, that's me. Well, in my head, I feel like
No.
if your water,
Is it more stuff than
if your
that?
water run hot, you should know how to.
Yeah. Tuna.
What?
If your car run hot, you should know how to.
Then
do that.
every woman needs to know how to do brain surgery too then.
Not at
No,
all.
that's totally different.
It's the same, it's a skill.
No.
No.
I just feel like there's
Yes, it is.
there
It's a
are
skill.
I just feel like there are basic fundamentals.
You cannot be born, I just know how to work under the hood.
Okay, you're right about that. They should be taught, but I do get that.
And
Not
every woman
man-
should be taught how to do some surgery. In case I get a cut up under the hood.
No, that's why we
I'm
got
about to say
better
the wrong
jobs.
thing. I'm sorry, I'm
Got
through.
Band-Aids.
That's why we got,
But
we got,
It's just
roadside
something-
assistance too.
you're just right about
That's why
that.
I-
That's true. It's just some things a man should know, and there's some things a woman should know. Point blank, period.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I
Okay.
have another, what about some of these younger women,
Okay.
30s,
Uh-huh.
that don't take care of house?
That's out of line.
Well,
Yeah.
I know some.
That's true.
That's out of line.
What they do then?
We talking about like not taking care of, like
How is that
cleaning
allowed?
up, like cleaning up.
I know a lady
Okay.
And her
Into the money.
husband does a lot of the cleaning, and she says she's having me time. So while she's having me time, he's cooking and cleaning, and I just came back from
Okay.
out of town, so it happened.
So,
Okay.
She's a lazy one. There are a lot of lazy ones.
who in charge of paying the bills?
They both
Oh,
work.
that's a good
Well,
question.
no, I'm saying, who pays the bill? I mean, everybody bringing money to the table. I ain't start saying that.
Most definitely.
But who's going online? Who's making the payments and making sure we not getting the lights turned off? We got the money in there. We both put the money in there.
Okay,
Boom,
well,
we
I
good.
did when I was married.
Okay, so is that a woman's job or is that a man's job?
Just
Because
whoever's good at it.
thank you. So it's the same thing as far as cooking and cleaning and fixing the car too. Cause
I
you
have-
cut grass.
most
If she cut grass better than and I can cook better.
Go
guess
ahead
what?
with your bad
We'll go out
self.
there and cut the
Most
grass,
definitely.
get the edge up nice, and I'm gonna have the meal cooked the way you like it when you get it here. It's a
Okay.
skill.
It's a 50-50
Yeah.
Okay.
partnership.
Yeah.
With 2019, so ain't no, to me, there's no, I mean, I'm being devil's advocate because
Come on, you got it. Come
I
on.
cut the, no, but like, I really think in a relationship, it's whomever's better at what. If I can fold clothes and make the bed, then baby's
Most
gonna want me to do
definitely.
that.
I agree with that. I
Right.
definitely do agree with that. Yeah.
So,
I do.
What about you, Denise?
What was that?
Just like, do you feel like in a relationship, it's about who's ever better at it? Like, say, if your
Well, it's a
husband,
skill. Whoever has the better skill.
Most definitely,
Just like
I
a
agree with
job. You know, just like a job. Like
take
you
out
better
the
fit
trash,
for this.
Denise.
no, that's
different.
No,
That's not
yes,
different.
that is because trash. That's 2 + 2.
Well, I'm not saying whoever's better
I
at
mean,
taking
I
out
do
the
it
trash.
now, but I'm just saying I'm
But-
trying to teach my son to be responsible
Okay, then
to
who's
take
doing
out
the dishes?
trash.
The daughter? How come she can't
She
take out the
definitely
trash
does
and he do the
dishes, and
dishes?
she does dishes better than my son for some reason.
Okay, so that's, okay.
It's a female versus boy thing. you know?
Okay. Okay. I see what.
So
see
I
what
think
you
they
did right
both
there.
should have equal,
Most definitely. I
Sure.
feel like in a relationship it's equal
because they may not get married, the son or the daughter may not get married, so they may not have that other person to help them when they get older.
My single people, all 4 of y'all single, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Why you look at me, cause you really ain't single? All 3 and a half of y'all single. Alright, so,
Mostly not for long.
okay, 2
Oh,
of y'all
yeah,
single.
Miss Deborah
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Miss Deborah is claiming
She's
her
trying to clean it up.
relationship. Okay, in Jesus' name,
Okay.
amen.
Let's talk about that one thing everybody gotta go through, finances,
Point
Right.
of view.
Right.
right? How does finances work in a relationship?
Okay.
In the perfect world, how does the finances work
In a-
once we get married?
You want my answer?
All of y'all.
Oh,
Denise, this is your show?
It's 50-50.
It should.
Wait,
It
wait,
should
what's
be,
50? What's
it should be
50?
50-50. You talking about like, so what are you talking about, finance or?
Finances, alright, we get together, do your job, does the money go in one pot, or does it go in 2 pots, does it go in 4 pots, how does it work?
It's, you should be
It's
able
your
to
money,
put
my
it-
money.
It should be in everybody money together, but in this society, women have their own stash.
Most
Denise,
definitely.
Denise, you make 150,000 and I make 27.
You on your
Do,
own.
see, that's why I'm just saying, like, see, that's why, okay.
Okay.
Does it all go in the pot?
I do feel like, okay.
That's hard.
And no, not even,
like,
That's not
sometimes
hard.
you make
That's-
that
I'm
much
gonna say
money,
what-
not even,
it's not-
you making that much money, they don't make that much money?
Is that hard? Can you do that?
I wouldn't maybe do it.
This is why y'all say, okay, all 100, whoever, how many people online, if you have a problem with that,
It's not that.
you're not
It's
getting
not the-
married, you're not ready for marriage,
That's
It's
not
not the pro-
That's not the problem.
I've been married, so
Okay.
I know the struggle.
right? So was it one pot? You make 100 and he make 20. Do y'all make 120 or do you make 100 and he
You do
make
put it
20?
together, but I still feel like I'm like,
120.
you still put it together, but I
Because
still
when
feel
somebody
like.
asks me what I make a year, I tell them,
Yeah, you ballin'.
I tell them what we make,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If it come out to be 300,000, I make 300,000.
Yeah.
Now that ain't what I bring in, but you know.
Yeah, most definitely.
But I mean, you do supposed to put it together, but at the same time, you kind of sometimes you feel like you're getting stole from. Because
You're not.
when
You're
problems
not,
start occurring, you're like, man, I worked all this money. I mean, I worked so hard, and
You're
then
not.
now it's going down the drain
No.
because this person wants
That's
to do
part of
this,
the salary.
spend this
That's
money
part
over
of the
here.
whole joint, right? You
That's-
can't just be saying nothing. You like his money, my.
In a perfect world,
Yeah, in a perfect
in
world.
a perfect world, I believe. Just wait a minute before y'all say.
I'm not gonna jump on you. Go
Okay,
ahead.
just wait a minute.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, I feel like it is the man's job to take care of everything. Now, with that being said, And my point, just because of,
Yeah.
but wait, what that's how I feel. But of course, I gotta be realistic as well, right?
What you gonna do?
Which is
Well,
what
I
I
can take
did.
care of it.
Oh, what
In the
you
perfect
mean?
world, what you supposed to do?
What I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to do everything. I'm supposed to the kids, the cooking, everything. My
Oh, you
job.
old school.
also-
Okay, keep going.
But nevertheless, of that, I do understand that that's not how things are seen in this day of life. And I do feel like a woman, like they say in the Bible, a woman is to help me. You get what I'm saying? So of course, my job is to help. So whatever you can't cover, I got you. That's my job, correct? Now I do feel like, you know, your money, that's our money, and my money is my money. But at the end of the day, I can't think that way. So of
You
course,
really feel like
I really do feel that way. But I feel like at the same time, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna step up to play. It's gonna be our money. I do feel like, you know, on the side, just for security reasons, because you never know what's gonna happen. Of course, I'm gonna keep my stash, but for the most part.
That's where you wrong
Well,
at.
okay, how am I wrong?
So you mean to tell me
How am I wrong about that? Because if you
Kids,
think
you got a
about it,
stash of kids.
So
I'm gonna get home
so
and
you mean to tell me
kill
she don't have a stash?
them.
All women have a stash, I tell you.
But
So you tell me my wife got a stash at home.
Oh, sorry.
Probably. We ain't talking about her because we ain't trying to mess up.
We
I
have
just got nervous real quick. I just got nervous.
But no, you gotta really think about it because like we put in a perfect world.
I had a stash.
I would say that she has a stash.
She been married before,
At
she
any
married
point
before.
you can leave. She is not Marcus Sullivan. She is not Memphis.
I just got nervous.
No, she is not Memphis. You get what I'm saying? At any point you can let whatever life throw at you. You can up and leave and just leave at any
She
point.
can't do that.
Oh, she can. Exactly. And I'm happy that she got a little stash.
Because she might got 300 grand saved
You
up
know what
on
I'm
the
saying?
skin.
But you never know what could happen.
Everybody got
Just like you got something, you got money. I don't know if you do, but if something was to happen, you got an account where, boom, we good, right?
No.
Yes, you do. Look at you. Yes, you do.
No, I promise you I don't. Okay, so this is how it works in my house. This is how it works in my house, right?
Get a stash.
There are 3 accounts,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
It better be 3 accounts, right? Let me know, all right? Now, you add my salary and her salary, and that goes into the big, I wish I can watch this, right? I don't have the other card. She took the other card. Right, matter of fact, I'll use, okay, so.
Go ahead and show us
No,
the numbers.
whatever,
Come on.
right? So there's 3 accounts, right? There's 3 accounts. I mean, y'all can watch me on BlessedBeats.com, right? The big account is where all the money goes every month. The direct deposit from both accounts goes into one account.
Most definitely,
Right?
I agree with that.
There are 2 accounts that are, both of us are on all of these accounts, and both of us have cards to all of these accounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one's mine, this one's hers, right? A percentage of both of our salaries go here, and a percentage goes here, right? So this is, I wanna go get my hair done. This is, I wanna go to Whataburger after I work out.
Okay.
We
Why you want to walk
I'm just, y'all know I don't eat Whataburger,
Okay.
because I want to sponsor y'all stuff, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Now, but, so, if this could end up being $50 every 2 weeks, whatever, cause all the money going here, right?
Okay.
These are percentages, right? So if I spend $48 at Whataburger and Snicker bars, I don't have any money, and now I gotta ask her for some money, right? Now this, I get a low balance alert every month on this card, because all of the money goes in and all of the bills come out,
Most definitely.
right? We never go behind on anything because we only spend on these, right? So, but if worse came to worse and I needed to go get something, I can use this card and go into her account. But I go, babe, this is you. Whatever you want to go do with your money, go do it. Now, whatever you don't spend, you could build this up and that's yours.
And that's what I'm saying. That whole mindset, that right there, that's perfect.
But
that
there
works
better not be
everybody.
another account out there.
No,
that
well,
got-
when you put it like that, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But like you said, in this generation, you never know
Don't know
what
what
you're
you're
dealing
doing.
with. But I will say, if there was if I'm in a relationship,
We're not trying to put doubt in your mind.
Okay.
about
but
it.
I will. That's exactly how.
I'm looking under the mattress
No,
tonight.
no. That's exactly how it should be. That in the perfect world, that's exactly how it should be.
But I don't see why y'all can't see,
See what?
like you said, your money is my money and your money is our money.
I mean, I see it,
But it's a-
I see that. I'm just saying, like, it don't always work out that way.
Of course, I'm just saying, in a perfect world.
But if you do it the way Denise say, you setting it up to be like, I'm ready to leave when he tripped out. I'm straight now. I'm straight
No,
out
no,
here.
never that. But so like you said, you have communication and stuff like that, so it would
Yeah,
never get
it's
to that point
good.
with y'all.
It's good when you have communication.
I'm just thinking from what society is putting into the world of now, and how in a perfect world, I don't need no stash. And the perfect word, I'm good, cause my man got me and I got him. We Bonnie and Clyde in this thing.
She gotta stay.
So what
I'm surprised you never heard that before. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just surprised.
Nah,
You never
I'm
heard a
always
female
broke,
saying,
though. I'm always broke.
You always broke, and she always
I'm
broke.
always there as much as I get some money. I'll be okay.
Cause she got stay. So it's easy for her to
It's
get
never
your
got,
money.
it's never got a
So
question.
what if you meet someone and you all decide to get married, but you have an account? Would you add him on your account?
I did that before.
He or she?
That's a
I did
good
it before.
question.
I did it before.
Would you?
I did it.
Yeah, I did it before.
You got to.
I feel like
To a certain point, you have to.
if everything going well,
My 4 single women, both of y'all have a house, and now y'all get married. What happened?
Either buying a house together or renting out the house that we already
I'm
have.
hoping it would shoot.
Or somebody, yeah, we'll negotiate.
You married.
Your house bigger than his.
Oh, that's fine. Hey, come on.
Yeah, easy transition. I rent my house out
He
to
better be like
Come
that.
on, like.
He'd be like, come on up here.
Why
Nah,
Stop
right.
it.
You
Slow your roll,
use my
man.
house as an investment, you know, you
Yeah.
either rent it out or sell it. So
Okay.
it depends on.
Most definitely. I'm all for the partnership. I'm all
Yeah,
for
no,
the-
I'm all part of that too.
Together.
I feel like
As long as communicate, as long as that foundation is strong,
and I love
nothing can shake it. Nothing,
most
you know,
definitely. I love the fact that, growing up, my parents said no relationships, point blank period. Like the only people that was in your relationship was Jesus and your favorite subjects, point blank period. I love the fact of that because now I'm good. Okay.
No, you good, go ahead. No, you good.
No, but I love the fact of that because now, as I'm a young adult, I'm only 22, so I'm young, of course. I still have that mindset of what a partnership should be or what things should be like in a relationship, and my mind hasn't been deteriorated by just different things of being exposed to things at an early age. So I will say I'm very thankful for that.
All right, well, we get ready to jump into our play it or pray on it. For
Right.
those of you don't know, is not familiar with play on it or pray on it, basically we play a song and we decide here in the studio if we're gonna play the song again or we're gonna pray on that song again. So coming up, we have None of My Business by Andy Mineo
Yeah.
Come on, none of my business.
This
on
song
the
jam,
All
by
New
the way.
Blessed Beats Radio.
Let's hear it.
Y'all gonna love this one.
How many businesses we got?
We got up to 23. It's at 16 right now.
It's at 16.
Listen to where it is.
I like this song so far. Play that.
Turn it up. It's Christian hip hop.
It's really dope. Can you play that a little bit?
Listen to word.
I'm about my business. I love my family, my business. Never paid my bills, so why pay attention? That's none of my business. What they say about me, that's none of my business. What they say about me, that's none of my business. That's none of mine. That's none of my business. That's none of mine. We don't really care what you're talking about. That's none of my business. What they say about me, that's none of my business. What they say about me, that's none of my business.
I got some more single women questions.
I'm ready.
Like I really do.
That status got you.
Oh yeah, that's how I'm thinking. I was like, you know what, man? I've been there 10 years. That come out. Man, she can have so much money.
My mama told me that. Just because the predicaments of this different situations. You make sure you got some special because
I see my mom.
a man, y'all, listen. Y'all, there's some men out there that's out of
My
line.
mom told me, and then we'll tell you what my daddy said. My daddy said, my mom said, make sure you have some money saved for the case. And then my dad said, when you get a house, make sure one of y'all can pay for it in case one of you gets sick.
I would be good if she said, I got my own savings account, I just put this. I'm good with that. If I go home and find out you got 20 saved up, it's like, if we paying these student loans, what we just pay this house? Could have been
I'm
done.
just saying.
My brother chimed in on a conversation. She was saying, about Texas being a community, community property state, it doesn't matter. Even if you do have it all on I already know.
Well, you know, my former husband, I was told not to say ex, so
Yeah.
my former husband, he probably doesn't even care about the house. He doesn't care about it. It's a place for me to stay, so we've been friends for 6 years, so he.
What you say?
He doesn't care about it.
So y'all still friends?
Okay. What's the name of that song?
That's none of my business.
Okay.
Andy Mineo.
May I email it?
Okay.
Welcome back to the all new Blessed Beats Radio. You guys are tuned into the Not So Christian Me show, and we were listening to Andy Menino.
Mineo.
Menino. Oh, mess up that name in a minute. None of my business. So what you guys think? Should we play it again or pray on it?
Definitely think you should play it.
Yeah, I like that song too. It was
That
jamming.
was actually a live song. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I think we should play it again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good song.
Added that with today just for y'all.
I really did like that song for real.
Okay, well, cool. We'll definitely play it again. So we're gonna jump back into this conversation. For those of you guys who just tuning in, we're talking about being single in 2019. If you guys want to chime in on the conversation, do so at this time. Go to Instagram. Go to our Instagram page at the Not So Christian to Me Show. My brother chimed in. He was saying that, you know, by Texas being a community property state, it really doesn't matter. We're gonna get, if you separate, everything's gonna go to the state anymore. Well, you know, they have to decide. Right?
Really?
Ms. Deborah?
Yeah.
You know about that, right? Did you get your divorce here
Look
in
at Miss
Houston?
Deborah. That's the thing.
Did you get your divorce here in Houston?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did that go? I mean,
After how many years?
Well, 13, but still.
God!
13 years?
Cause you know 10 is it.
that's
10
right.
Vested.
My husband always say, like, all I need is 10, well, all we need is 10 years.
Wait. What that mean?
For
So
you know, Social Security purposes.
I'm 10 next month. I'm 10 deep
You know what,
next
then
month.
when
Something happens.
If
to the
anything
other
happens,
party.
y'all get half.
You
It
can
doesn't
get-
matter.
I'm in there now, okay? Keep your little stand.
But the house, he doesn't worry about the house, so he's okay with that.
Okay.
So we didn't split the house.
So you good.
I got the house.
As you should.
I got the children, yes.
As you should, because they need somewhere to stay.
So
He can figure it out.
he's okay.
What you got to say,
For
Marcus?
my single women, because this is about being single in 2019, correct?
Yes.
Talk about faith, right? Y'all meet the one. He looking good. He cool. Y'all got the vibes together. Yes,
The vibes.
right. And then y'all start saying, y'all start talking faith, right? And his faith ain't there.
That's a good question.
That is a wonderful
That's a
question.
good vibe.
We're gonna say goodbye.
Well, no, you have to be patient. You know, to a certain extent, you have to just be patient and pray on it.
I was taught, you know, if you ain't a Christian, the
Okay.
deuces real quick.
Okay. That's one teaching. Go ahead.
But at this, you know, I was taught that. I was taught that at the same time. But then again, it's like you can you don't want to force your views on somebody at the same time. But at the same time, you can show them what God has done for you, or whoever you believe in. I believe in Jesus, just so y'all know.
Okay.
But just show what they have done to you, hoping that they can see the things that God has done for you, and then realize it must be something about that God, because you know.
Okay. So it's your way or highway.
Most definitely, when it comes to
That's
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
That's absolutely fine.
Most definitely.
No, I really couldn't do it. Like, I would maybe try to see okay, come to church with me one Sunday,
Yeah,
see how it is. You know,
Okay.
you may like it, you never know. Just experience it at least. Like
Okay.
I took you to church.
Now, well,
Already